Where have you been? Before we get into the live stream, make sure you guys like this video. Subscribe if you're new. I don't plan on taking too much of you guys' time today. It's Saturday, but we still got to look at the markets and get this Saturday, Sunday live stream off. Okay, if you guys have been tuning in, you know how accurate. Man, come on, bro. You know how accurate we have been. So we're not going to start till we get at least 2K likes. But yeah, you want to make sure you're paying attention because this stream can make you a whole lot of money. I mean, it's been doing just that. I mean, we don't really gotta say too much. Okay, there's a couple things I'm excited for. If you guys want some true bangers and what you should be looking for in this next leg up, the things with the highest potential rewards, make sure you're paying attention. Last week you knew what it was. You knew we were talking about China. We begged you to get into China. And now you see Baba going crazy. You see Baidu doing what it does. We made 2,000% on Baidu. Yes, and Baidu's not done. All right. So let's keep running up the likes, and we'll get started at 2K likes. If you selling for $2, get up out of crypto. Keep liking it. We'll get started. We shall get started. Man, we actually have the Q. The Q's actually, you don't look at MSTR, we'll look at MSTR. We'll look at, put in the comments what stocks you guys don't look at, but you guys know how these live streams go. We usually look at the Q's first, then we look at the dollar, then we move on to a couple other things, and then we look at individual stocks. Like I said, I don't plan on keeping you guys here for too long. It's a Saturday night, all right? But let's get 2K likes on the stream, and then we'll move on. 2K likes on the stream, and then we'll move on. If you're in the Discord, we had a flawless week. We've gotten an ARK, NVIDIA, Baba, Affirm. Baba went for 400%, Affirm 317%. And then last week, we had some Apple, Billy, Baidu, Futu. Man, we've been going stupid. Tesla, we'll look at Tesla. Check out the premiums on. All right, so if you guys look at the Qs, first of all, we told you last week not to short coming in. Actually, I gotta look at the video and see what we said. I think I said it was bullish. I don't know. I forgot, to be honest. But I know it was accurate. But if you look at where the Qs is right now, if you missed this entire rally, which made us so much money this week, like literally all you had to do was get in the calls. I mean, you see the Qs up $8 for the day on Friday. All you really had to do was get in the calls. Now, what you want to be paying attention to, just like we talked about, if you missed this move down, remember, like a lot of you guys were like, oh no, the market's about to crash, and this was like 2 live streams ago. I said, no, you do not want to go into next week thinking that next week is bearish, okay? This was the April 19th stream on a Sunday. I said you want to be bullish because why would you even try to short it after you missed this entire move? Now, what I'm going to tell you is if you missed this entire move right here that took you from 412 all the way to 435, which is a $20 move, coming into next week, you want to be a bit patient on the call side, okay? At least until you get a good buying opportunity, because what you're seeing right now is the Qs literally at a rejection area. So if you want to remain bullish, if you think the market is going to stay bullish, which it is, we know the Qs is going much higher. We know that you'll probably see the Qs at around 500. We'll probably see SPY at around 600. We know the market is going much higher, but you want to make sure you're picking your buying points. And I actually have amazing stocks that you want to stay tuned for. That you could buy these right now and be good in 3, 4, 5 months. Okay. So if you look at the Qs, this is at a rejection point. So what you want to do now is make sure this gets back above and retest, reclaims, and maybe get some consolidation and then pushes higher. Okay. But right here, you don't want to be too call heavy unless you get a nice pullback. And I would say that pullback, if we were to get a pullback, that pullback would probably be around 422. That'd be an amazing buying entry. Maybe it doesn't give you that great of an entry right there, and it takes you just to 26 on the Qs. Okay, so right here you're not getting a good buy. You're not getting a good call entry if you're looking for some of the. If you're looking at the Qs, I mean, we can look at EMPH and we can look at so many stocks that have rallied crazy on that Friday. Okay, so you want to be patient coming into next week because we're at a rejection point on the Qs and we're at a rejection point on the S&P 500. Okay, so you just, I'm not saying we're gonna end up being bearish because I think the market goes a lot higher, but you just want to be careful right here because you're not getting at an opportune time. You're just not. You're just not. Like if you weren't catching the rally from Monday to Friday last week, then you want to be a bit more patient coming into this week because you're not getting at as a great Apple buying point as you got right here or right here. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. If you look at the dollar, let's take a peek at the dollar. The dollar is now dropping. We should see this come a lot lower. And like I said, when the dollar drops, you get these insane rallies like we saw in November, December. We should get the same exact thing. I think it's starting right now in May. So we could get some May atrocious, etc. But like I said, we got to make sure we stay above certain levels. And somebody actually asked for the Q's price target, and we can look at the Q's price target. I mean, first of all, if you just look at what we've been like. If you've been following us for a while, we've called this entire bottom. We begged you to buy right here. We begged you to buy right here. And now, yes, we begged you to buy 2 weeks ago on that Sunday. Okay, now there is some higher reward opportunities than the Qs that we're going to talk about. But, we have price targets all the way up to, we could really see, 500 on the Qs, etc. But, I mean, the weekly 21 EMA is holding up like it's been this entire run. There's nothing to fear when it comes to is the market going to continue to head upwards. Okay, the trend is holding intact. There's nothing too crazy here. Now, what would be perfect is sure maybe we do get a pullback to right here, but ultimately we're going to end up a lot higher. Okay, but anyways, you want to continue to stay bullish. Okay, look, man, I'm not going to promise you because I don't have a crystal ball, but what I can tell you is, if to be on the right side of the market, in these next couple months, you want to be bullish, okay? Like I've been telling you for a year and a half, you want to be bullish, okay? But anyways, let's look at yes, I swing trade. I mean, if you look at some of the swing trades we got into in the long-term holds tab right here, we told you to get into Baidu April 20, and I'm gonna show you now just because we're already up like 100%. I'm not doing a disservice to the people that are actually in the community, because we called these April 22nd, back when Baidu was, $97. In Baidu calls August 16 150s, and those are going absolutely stupid. And that's something that I actually want to talk to you guys about on here is the China stocks. I've been telling you guys time and time again, if you want to be early, if you've been watching the stream, you've been very early, especially in the beginning. Like we've been telling you that the market's very bullish. We've been making so much money on the market being bullish. If you want to be early on a trade, you want to make sure you're paying attention to China and crypto miners. I told you guys watch China last Sunday, and now you see China going absolutely crazy. You see Baidu literally breaking out of a year-long consolidation. This thing has been literally consolidating in this falling wedge since November 20th, all the way until May, and now you finally see it breaking out, ready to go absolutely crazy. This thing has price targets that I could go over if you guys like. Bull divergent on the weekly. That's the main reason why we got into some long-term Baidu calls. But also, if you look at the Hang Seng, which if you want to see if China's bullish at all, you want to make sure you're paying attention to the Hang Seng. If you look at, and I posted this all in the community for those, I posted this like a week ago, and that's when you really want to be paying attention, because if you look at where China last broke out from, which was right here, this resistance at 17,222. This was where you saw the Hang Seng go absolutely nuclear all the way to 22,000. The same thing is happening right here with a very strong. I mean, you look at the volume you look at the volume is rising on a monthly time frame. It broke out from here, and this same resistance now turned support, took it to 22K. The same thing is about to happen right here. And what you got to realize about China is China accelerates very, very, very quick. Very quick. I mean, you're seeing what's happening to Baba. That's why we took Baba calls on Monday and made like over 400%. Some of you guys got in there and made a killing. The reason is because China about to go stupid. China ultimately will lead the next leg up, in my opinion. I think China being super bullish is what's going to get so many people very, very bullish on crypto and the stock market, especially crypto. And that's what that takes me to my next point. I'm just going to give you guys like I always come in here and I make sure I give you guys the most high probability plays. I've been doing that for a very long time. And I give it, look, man, if you want the exact contracts, you got to be inside the Discord. If you want it very early, you got to be inside the Discord, which is in the link in the bio. But I do come in here and I give you guys the best plays. If you look at Riot, okay, after we look at Riot, I'll look at some of you guys' individual tickers you want to look at. But crypto miners, and I'm looking at Riot, that means you can apply the same thing to Mara. You can apply the same thing to BT. But if we look at Riot, which I think could outperform pretty much all of them, if we see the price targets on Riot and where Riot is right now, which is only $10, and I told you guys about MSTR. Remember I was telling you guys, hold on, man. I was telling you guys about MSTR back when it was $200, okay? And now you see, I told you it's going to be a 3K stock. I still think it's going to be a 3K stock. It's sitting at, it went to 2,000 reject, but I told you to buy it at 200. The same thing can be applied to Riot right now. I think Riot is ready to go absolutely insane based off a few things I'm going to tell you guys. So if you draw the Fibonacci from this last run back in 2017 when Riot went to $46, when Bitcoin was going crazy, it went from $2 to $56. You draw the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and that'll give us a price target to what crypto could have done in 2020, 2021, which we caught that run like 3 years ago. If you were in WOM, some of you guys weren't, but some of you guys were in WOM, and we called a leap play for Riot, and those cooked up like over 10,000% because we got in at like $3 and went all the way to 79. But if you draw the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom right here, and you look at where it got to the 1.618, okay? That's where the previous run got to. From when you apply the Fibonacci from here to here, it gets to 1.61. So if we apply that same knowledge and we do the same thing right here, I mean, we could pretty much, look, man, we could pretty much say Riot could potentially get to 127.65. Okay, and it could definitely get to $50. We know it can get to $50. That's light work. So when you look at something like Riot, that's a potential 10x. Okay, that's literally a potential 10x that you can get on something like Riot, especially if you're looking for leaps. I'm not looking to day trade it. I'm not looking to get into a 2-week out swing trade. This is something that you look to get into 6, 7, 8 month out swing trade, and you just sit on it because the probability of this going up is much higher than the probability of it going down, with crypto potentially about to go super duper crazy with like a $4 trillion market cap based on some of the stuff I looked at. But anyways, Riot, crypto miners in China are some of the big things you guys want to pay attention to, in my opinion. I mean, you don't have to. I personally don't care. I just want to come back here and y'all gonna be like, hey, yeah, bro, you made me some money. I listened this time. I wasn't listening the past 50 times you was telling me to get into something, but this time I listened. But yeah, you want to pay attention to Riot, you want to pay attention to crypto miners, you want to pay attention to China. To me, those two sectors, I guess you can call them, have the highest potential rewards. But anyways, let's move on. Let's look at some individual stocks you guys want to look at, and then man, we'll get up out of here. We'll get up out of here. All right. Let's look at Target. And then we'll move on to some other ones. Target, in my opinion, is definitely one. First of all, I think this is just a good long-term investment just because I shop at Target. I like Target. But also right here is a particularly good entry, mainly because if you look at, since Target bottomed in November, all it has been doing is holding above that 21 EMA. It bounced over here, it's been riding it, and now it's currently sitting there perfectly. And I think this is even sitting almost at it's literally in the buying area. I mean, it could come down, maybe it could wick down to, maybe 150, 153, but to be honest, this is an amazing entry for something like Target, especially when you know the stocks that haven't gone crazy. Um, I can name a few, but the stocks that haven't gone crazy in the previous run when SPY and the Qs was going crazy, you best believe they're going to go crazy in this next run that the market has. Okay, so you look at Target. To me, this is a perfect entry. Two confluences is matching up with the 21 EMA. It matches up with the Fibonacci, and it matches up with a huge support area that you're getting right here. So three confluences, I mean, ultimately leads me to believe that this is going to go crazy. And it has even some hidden bullish divergence, or it's trying to form some hidden bullish divergence on a weekly time frame. So Target is definitely one that I'm actually interested in now that I look at it even more. So yeah, I like it. It has earnings. When does it have earnings? May 22nd, so like at the end of May. But anyways, this looks good. I like it. I really like this one. I mean, we could sit here and price targets could potentially. I mean, it hasn't even reached the real price target, which is 206, and potentially this could even get to 300. But let it first get to 206 and 230, etc. But I think this can easily get to $205, $206. And this is a really good bounce area for it right here. Let's move on. Let's look at NVIDIA. I know a lot of you guys want to look at NVIDIA, so we'll take it. Let me see. I know a lot of you guys want to look at NVIDIA, so we'll take a peek at NVIDIA, okay? The first thing I noticed on NVIDIA is that it's sitting, it's literally at the rejection area, okay? So, yes, I believe NVIDIA is going to go much higher. I think NVIDIA probably sees like 1,000. But when we looked at the Qs, we looked at the S&P 500, they all are sitting at a rejection area, which makes sense why NVIDIA is sitting at a rejection area. Like, this is a rejection area for NVIDIA. And what you have to realize that this is making high or lower highs as well. So you don't want to be too bullish on NVIDIA, especially right here. I mean, you missed like an amazing, this went from 818 to 900 almost. So you missed like a very good call opportunity from actually 760 to 900. You missed all of this. So you want to make sure that this gets back above 895 or 900 and starts consolidating around there. Okay, you want to, you trust me, you want to make sure this makes a higher high. Okay, right now is making lower highs and a potentially bigger fall. Okay, so pay attention to something like that. All right, that's and I actually like puts coming into this week if we see if we don't see this hold above 895. Okay, and you can look at the 8-hour candle that it closed at. That's a bearish candle, but we'll have to see. But the risk to reward on getting into calls right here is kind of crazy anyways, just because it's only $10 away from a higher high, which you definitely want to see. I've seen stocks that have done this so many times where they make a lower high, and then the second lower high, the third lower high does that. So just make sure it doesn't make a lower high again. Make sure it gets above 910. That's when I start being more bullish on the short term. But long term, this is going up. Okay, it's going up long term. But next week or 2 weeks from now, you could possibly see this sliding down a bit if it doesn't hold above 910. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. But before we move on, before we look at a couple more stocks, help out a friend and retweet this. We need 5 retweets and 5 likes. We need on the Twitter. If you go to the link in the bio, you click the Twitter, retweet this 5, and add 5 likes, and then we'll move on. All right. The link is in the bio. Show some love on the tweet that we have right here. And then we'll look at Shopify. We'll look at Rivian. You guys will look at Hood, Apple. Yeah, we'll look at those. Don't worry. We'll look at them. But first, we need some retweets. And we need some likes. All right? We got 1 retweet. We got 1 retweet. We need more. We need it. We need it. Show some love. Show some love. I'm gonna be honest. If we don't get it, I'm gonna just get off. If we don't get it, I'm gonna just get off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. We need 3 more. Sins is gonna moon. I don't know, bro. We need 3 more weeks. All right, we got 1. We need 2 more. 2 more, and then we'll move on. We got a lot of stocks we're gonna look at, guys. I promise you. There's some stuff in here that looks really good. It looks really good. All right, we got it. We got it. We secured it. We secured it. All right, let's move on. Let us move on. All right. What stocks you guys want to look at? What stock? You want to look at Shopify, Rivian, Coin, MSTR. Let's look at Rivian. Let's take a look at Rivian. Ah, shoot. Never mind. This is garbage. This is garbage. But I will tell you that they did get a grant or something like that. But to be honest, that's the only thing that, I like. We already looked at Riot. Riot is definitely one you want to be in. That's probably the best one. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's look at AI. Sometimes there's going to be stuff like that I'm looking at that's like, nah, bro. Like, that ain't it. That ain't it. And I think that, like, Rivian, that ain't it. AI actually looks really good right here. You have some huge monthly bull divergence. And this has a ticker AI, which is, still has some, that still holds some weight, okay? So you have a monthly bull divergence. To me, this is still sitting in a huge channel that you see right here. So still in the uptrend. There's nothing here that I don't like. There's nothing here that I don't like. This is still in a channel, has AI, monthly bull divergence. You look at a daily time frame, it does have earnings May 29th, but to be honest, this could easily, and what you have right now is a small, like what's going to end up going the craziest in this next run is small caps, okay? Small caps. IWM, AI is a $2 billion, it's small cap, crypto, small caps. Okay, so when you look at AI, I think this could actually do some numbers. I like it. I like it. Potential price targets at 38, maybe $66. Definitely bullish. It's sitting at the bottom of a channel right here. So I can see this getting to the top and maybe even breaking out from this flag. I like it. Yeah, I like it. How far out on AI calls? To be honest, I'm not. AI is one that kind of chops. Like, you see what it did right here for so long. This was from November 1st all the way. It doesn't. It's nothing that I'm comfortable getting into, or even recommending like what to get into, because it chops. I would say getting the Riot over most things, but. Let's look at Tesla. We never looked at Tesla. And you know what's funny about Tesla? Tesla is ready to go. Tesla's ready to go. If you guys remember the past streams we talked about, this is one of the more bullish tickers that you can get into that not a lot of people even know that is bullish right now. A lot of people think Tesla's done, but I'm here to tell you right now, Tesla has a price target move, definitely to around $300, potentially even $347. Now, will it get to all-time highs? I'm not quite sure. But what Tesla's doing right now is transitioning, they're starting to release more AI news. They're releasing some robo-taxi news. Elon, he's trying to pump the stock now. Okay? And actually, this looks incredible. This looks incredible right now because what you're getting is a potential curl up. And it's been holding the 4-hour EMA ever since it had the earnings pump. So right here could be a good entry. I mean, first of all, great risk to reward anyways. Just because you're getting in, all you got to do is stop out at 178. But Tesla's definitely one of the more bullish tickers out there. I like it. I like it. Sitting at support. Oh yeah, Tesla looks really good. IRBX. IR or IBRX. Alright, what is this, man? Immunity Bio. God. Yeah, this, I mean, when did this happen? 2021? I mean, yeah. This could definitely get a nice squeeze. Health technology. I like it, man. Huge volume. This is actually more volume than it's ever had. Right here, so I like it, man. I like it. It's a pump and dump stock, yeah, clearly, yeah, for sure. Has earnings in 3 days as well, so it's definitely on the riskier side. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one, man, but it's there. I'm not spending too much time. Let's look at D-Dog. Let's look at D-Dog, man. But like I said, I don't want to hold you guys up for too long tonight. It's Saturday. I know you got things to do. So yeah, we'll probably look at a couple more. I don't want to look at D-Dog just because this is just chopping. No point in looking at it. Chopping. CLSK, basically the same thing that we talked about with Riot is the same thing that's going to happen with CLSK. There's no reason to short it. I'm telling you right now, CLSK is gonna, bro. These crypto miners, you want to make sure you're paying attention to these crypto miners. I promise you. Well, let me stop. I'm not gonna promise you, but look, man, they have the highest potential and highest reward right now. They could go absolutely crazy. All right, what other stocks we looking at? So we got Home Depot, Apple. We definitely have to look at Apple, but Home Depot looks incredible. It looks incredible right here. And hold on. Oh no, okay, no. But Home Depot is actually sitting in. It's literally at this buying. It's in the buying area. And it's sitting in this massive cup. Okay, Home Depot looks ready to go. It didn't even go to all-time highs, which is kind of funny. And I'm actually surprised. Look, man, there's so many great setups right now. Now I like Home Depot, but do I think? Will I get into it? No, but it does look good, man. I think it'll probably sit inside this nice little cup. I think it definitely will get to all-time highs is what you have to understand. I think it'll probably get to 365 first and then, maybe even 500 later. But, it looks good. I would have loved to have bought a week ago because now you're kind of buying when it's up $20 from where it literally came directly into the buying area and then, had that massive week. So I would have loved to buy last week, but, it still looks good. Let's look at shop. Let's look at shop. What you guys have to realize, the main thing that I'm personally paying attention to is literally China and crypto miners. Those are the only two things that I'm really, really excited about and that I think has a lot of rewards is those two things. So we can look at, some of these, but the time to be messing with these was, shoot, man. We was talking about them in October down here. But I will say, or Shopify. Yeah, I mean Shopify looks great. Breaking out from the flag that you have right here. The only thing, like, for Shopify, for what we just looked at earlier, Home Depot, for a lot of these stocks, you literally need the Qs and SPY to be trying to break out, to be making higher highs. What we're getting right now is, the SPY in a rejection area. Shopify does look great. It's breaking out. We know it's going to go much higher than where it is right now, okay? And the reason I say that is because if you, like, this thing has been uptrending. There's no reason to sit here and be bearish on something like that's been uptrending, okay, since September 2022. That'd just be foolish. So this is going to continue to march upwards. The only thing is, will it happen? And that's why I want to get you guys focusing on, is this even a good entry, etc., okay? So, obviously we had great entries when I was telling you guys to buy 2 weeks ago, when we actually had a really red week. And now what you're getting is, very rarely, I will say in bull markets it happens more often than not, but very rarely you get just straight lines up or straight V-shaped recoveries, which a lot of people are expecting right now, which would be cool. But shoot, I don't know if it's going to happen. Right now we're sitting at rejection. This is rejection area. For the Qs not to be in a rejection area, it needs to hold above 435 and start making some higher highs. Right now what you're seeing is lower highs. It's just lower highs. Especially right here at 435, which actually, if you look at the Qs, when at 435, this is where it waterfalled all the way down to 412. So coming into next week, you want to make sure that we get above 435. We're holding above 435, and there's bullish momentum inside of 435. So we're not in a bear market yet. Absolutely not. The market goes a lot higher. Okay, Bitcoin is not crashing. Bitcoin. Look, man. Bitcoin's not crashing. Bitcoin goes a lot higher as well. All right. You don't. I'm telling you, man. I've been telling you guys for a while, but I'm telling you again, this is not the time where you want to be bearish. There'll be a time where I'm going live and it's bearish, okay? And it's bearish. And I'm telling you, be bearish. But right now is not the time. You're going to be on the wrong side of the trade. You're going to miss a whole lot of opportunities. And you're going to miss out on probably one of the biggest rallies you've seen. Okay? And that's been the story for, a while now. I love NEO, okay? I love NEO. The reason I love NEO is because it's part of China. It's part of China. And if you've been watching the stream, since I've been live, how long have I been live? 30 minutes ago, China is one of my favorites. China, I think, is going to go absolutely crazy. And I don't even know if this is what it's in, nor do I care. But I do know look, man, China is going to end up leading in this next rally that we see. And that's why, if you're in the Discord and you've been paying attention, that's why we got into Baidu. That's why we got into Baba. And that's how we've been making huge percentages, because this is the stuff people aren't looking at yet that they're going to end up looking at when, we're already up 100, 200%. Okay? If you look at Baidu, this thing, a lot of China is breaking out from these falling wedges, or these, from this year-long consolidation. While the American markets have been going crazy, China has been sitting here since November of last year, since Thanksgiving, when you guys were in Turkey, and just been consolidating all the way up until summer. And now it's breaking out in the summer. That's very important. Alright, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you aren't inside the free Discord, make sure you hop into the free Discord. The link is in the bio. We talk about stocks all day. We're in the Discord all day talking about stocks. I mean, this is the Baidu play I was telling you about, where we told you to get the Baidu 110 calls for May 3rd, which was this Friday. They were going for they were going for $13. I think he probably sold both of them, but it was going for $13 each. They ended up going for over $340. Okay, so $13 into $340, you could have bought 10, turn $130 into $3,000. Those are the opportunities that I'm talking about. There's opportunities like that daily. Okay. But yeah, make sure you guys are in the free Discord. The link is in the bio. Make sure you're following the Twitter. I'm live every Sunday. This is a Sunday live show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope we talked about some things that's gonna help you. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace.